The old farmhouse stood alone at the end of a long, winding dirt road, surrounded by dense woods that seemed to whisper secrets. The Johnson family, Mark, Lisa, and their teenage daughter Emily, had moved in seeking a fresh start. The house, with its creaky floors and peeling wallpaper, had a charm that promised new beginnings. On their first night, as they unpacked boxes, Emily found an old, dusty journal hidden in a drawer. The leather cover was cracked and the pages yellowed with age. She opened it, revealing spidery handwriting that spoke of the house's history. August 12th, 1923. They are here. They watch. They wait. Hey, Mom, Dad, check this out, Emily called, showing them the journal. Mark chuckled. Probably just some old ghost stories. These places always have them. Lisa smiled, though her eyes betrayed a flicker of unease. Let's get settled in. We can read more of it later. That night, as the family slept, the house seemed to come alive. The wind howled through the cracks, and the floorboards groaned under invisible weight. Emily woke to the sound of whispers, soft and unintelligible, drifting through the walls. She sat up, heart pounding, and listened. The whispers grew louder, forming words she could barely make out. Get out. Leave. Emily's breath hitched. She glanced at her clock. 3:15 a.m. She shook her head, convincing herself it was just her imagination, and forced herself back to sleep. The next morning, over breakfast, Emily recounted her experience. Mark dismissed it as a dream, but Lisa's face paled. I heard them too, she admitted. Voices telling us to leave. Mark frowned. It's an old house, probably just the wind. But the occurrences grew more frequent. Doors slammed shut on their own, objects moved inexplicably, and the whispers became a nightly torment. One evening, as Mark was fixing a broken cabinet, he found a hidden compartment behind it. Inside was a bundle of letters, each marked with the same date, August 12th, 1923. He read them aloud to Lisa and Emily. They spoke of a family who had lived there almost a century ago, driven mad by unseen forces. The final letter was a desperate plea for help, ending with, They are here. They watch. They wait. Fear settled over the Johnsons like a heavy fog. That night, they decided to confront whatever was haunting them. Armed with flashlights and the journal, they ventured into the basement, where the air was thick with an oppressive presence. As they descended, the temperature dropped, and the whispers grew louder, more insistent. The beam of Mark's flashlight caught a glimpse of something moving in the shadows. He stepped closer, heart racing, and saw them, figures, translucent and gaunt, their eyes hollow and filled with sorrow. Leave this place, one of them whispered, its voice echoing in the cold air. Or suffer our fate. Lisa clutched Emily's hand, her voice trembling. What happened to you? The figure's eyes seemed to bore into her soul. We were trapped here by the curse of the land. We cannot leave, and now, neither can you. Panic surged through the family. They stumbled back up the stairs, the whispers chasing them. Mark slammed the basement door shut, his mind racing. We need to get out of here, now! But as they gathered their things, the house fought back. Windows slammed shut, doors locked themselves, and the whispers turned into screams. The air grew thick with malevolence pressing down on them. Emily, clutching the journal, flipped to the last page. There, scrawled in frantic handwriting, was a single word. Fire. We have to burn it, she shouted over the cacophony. It's the only way to break the curse. Mark hesitated, then nodded. They gathered what they could and set the house ablaze, the flames consuming the old wood and the spirits within. As they stood outside, watching the inferno, the screams faded, replaced by an eerie silence. The farmhouse burned to the ground, taking its secrets with it. The Johnsons, shaken but alive, vowed never to speak of that night again. They left the charred remains behind, seeking refuge in the safety of the city. But sometimes, late at night, Emily could still hear the whispers, reminding her that some secrets never truly die.